everyone, welcome to my channel, The Magical Maven. My name is Heather, and today I am doing a timeless love reading forecast for the sign of Sagittarius. So whether you are watching for your sun, your moon, your Venus, or rising sign, so when someone asks you your sign, that's just your sun sign, but you have other influences in your chart. So you are welcome to look at your moon, your Venus, and rising as well. So you could give like more of a story for yourself, since these are general collective readings. And also maybe, you know, for example, your Venus sign or your rising sign or moon sign might be more what you're going through right now, could relate more to you, right? Because not everybody is going to resonate with each, you know, sign or pile. So whatever you feel drawn to, called to, but I did want to let you know first and foremost that. Also, this is a timeless reading, but right now it's, you know, going through the end of August 2019, going to like about mid-September of 2019. So whether you're watching when this is first uploaded or in the future, you will be guided to this video when you were meant to hear the messages. So we're going to jump into the romance angels to kind of see a theme for my Sagittarians. So this is for single and or it's complicated. So I have been noticing a lot of it's complicated situations have been coming out, but also, you know, I've been trying to apply for singles. So, okay, so one more. Okay, so we'll see what comes up. So first we had express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so I'm getting someone you might not be like ready or willing to take the next step. So some of you, it could go either ways. So on one hand, it's like maybe some of you are in it's complicated situation and you're just kind of like not sure. You're maybe not putting in the time or the effort because you're not really ready if you're sure if you want to take this to the next level. So if you aren't, it's a complicated situation. It might be you, the one that's like unsure, and that's why things aren't moving ahead because you're, you know, undecided. Like, you know, so either maybe, you know, you have passion with this person and you're like, oh, this is just fun, I don't know if I want something deeper. Or maybe you feel, on the other hand, it could lack passion and, you know, it grants you more stability and, you know, they're wanting that and you're like, well, I don't know, it's kind of missing this, that, or the other. So take what resonates for you because there's different situations coming through. However, some of you could just be single and, you know, you could be maybe dating, but, you know, you're not really all in. You're just kind of like, well, whatever. And you're really not sure why you're even bothering because you're not maybe there to give your heart. Even if there was someone that, you know, you wanted to give it to, you just wouldn't be there yet. And however, it's like you might have an opportunity in the future where you could meet someone that things could deepen with and grow over time with, that you do have a chemistry with. But let's see more about that. So Sagittarius, where are you blocked from expressing your love? What's going on? What are your blocks? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So what it's showing is that you don't feel in a place, a safe place to love. You know, you're guarded for whatever reason. So, you know, there's different situations that are coming through. Maybe you think it's not the right time. You know, maybe it's like, oh, I have a lot on my plate, or I have, you know, this project that I'm doing, or, you know, this, that, and the other. And it's like you're making excuses, but it's really out of a deeper fear of, you know, you're not really sure you want to give your heart away or again. You know, so maybe you've been burned in the past, things didn't go right. You know, you're not ready for that. I'm getting drama. You know, maybe you feel like, okay, it's not worth it. But yeah, for whatever reason, you don't feel in the place to be able to give your heart. And that's kind of why you're like, eh. And I'm like getting, break down the, I heard garden walls, but I was being drawn to the castle, so castle walls, you know, like how she's on the horse and it looks like it's ready to charge, and, you know, there's this castle behind her. So it's like maybe around your heart, you have those walls, those blockages. So something it's like deeper you have to look into. Okay, what other blocks are coming through for you? Okay, so I'm just taking the first top two that I see because a lot came out. So I didn't want this many. Okay, so we have separation and stay optimistic about your love life. And it was interesting because when I went to say stay, it was like I wanted to say stop. So it's like this thing of maybe in your mind, you're stopping, you know, like, oh, nope. And then that's what I'm getting, like this stop sign that's like coming down. Not, or like coming down, you know, like when you're stopped at a train and there's like it, you know, it comes down. But and then it's like the stop sign, there's the red, it's like, nope, you're not moving forward. Okay, so for some of you, it could be that there is someone that you're tied to, attached to, you know, whether, you know, you have feelings for them, you know, you love them, whatever the case is, but it's showing the separation because it's not like an ending, it's not the release your ex card. So it's like there's this, maybe you're in separation with someone that you still want to give it a shot with, and you know maybe still think that, you know, there's hope there, you know, or you know, maybe you're concerned that there isn't hope, but you know, you're still maybe in like this mourning, or kind of like, you know, see how she's looking at him, she's just kind of like, no, don't go away. So I am being drawn to the fact that, yeah, some of you might still have ties to someone else, and that's, you know, and it's hard because like if you do have someone always in the back of your mind, or that you have feelings for, it's definitely going to be hard to kind of give someone a shot. And with the separation, it's like most likely it's maybe they're not completely gone or out of the picture, or you think they're coming back. So that could be blocking too, because you have this, you know, in your back of your mind, oh, well, you know, this person's going to return. And so maybe some of you are optimistic about them returning, and that's maybe why you're like, okay, well, why am I going to give someone else a chance? Because I'm waiting on this person. And that's for some of you. Some of you maybe like know it's over, or think it's over, or, but you know, maybe you have that sliver of hope. Pay attention to the red flags. Okay, this is where I'm getting that no again, or that stop sign. So with the it's safe for you to love, I think you are pretty aware of now of like what red flags or things to pay attention to. So it's not like it's not safe for you to love, because you already kind of have, you already know when something isn't right, and you're willing to be like, nope, bye. But that's still not making it easier for you, I guess. And again, it's most likely tied to someone, you know, whether that person's, you know, kind of there or not there at all, or but they're within you, or you know, in your mind or your heart, or all of the above. Okay, so what other guidance for Sagittarius? Forgiving and learning. As you heal and release the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So this person from the past, or you know, who's been in and out, this person that you have this separation with, you know, you do have to kind of forgive them. And I'm getting like it's not their fault, and you're like, how do you say that's not their fault? But it's like a matter of, before I show you the next chart, I'm going to keep going with this. With the forgiving, you know, we attract different people for a reason, right? You know, we're meant to, again, what it says, release and heal the past, or about our wounds. So this person could be in your life because they're meant to, you know, teach you a lesson or to help you heal. And, you know, whether they are going to be in your life or not, they had a purpose. And that purpose, if they're helping you forgive or helping you become from a place of love and light, and you're helping heal those wounds and clear what doesn't serve you, that's not from a place of love. And that's maybe like a takeaway. Maybe you haven't forgiven them yet. You know, maybe, and I'm getting like, It's funny sometimes what comes through, because sometimes things that come through that I normally don't say, but I was like, you know, it's like I'm kind of getting that you might be throwing some shade at them. and you're like, I'm getting with this card, like, see how he's more and looks more in the dark, but there's all this light behind and he's like looking away. So you might be feeling, you know, a little more, you know, in a dark place about things, or feeling kind of wounded. And it's okay, like, if you are going through that, if it's needed, but, you know, how long are you going to stay in that energy? Like, when are you going to make a shift? Okay, so now I'm going to show you the next card, which is probably going to please you. It's reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so it's like, and I'm getting, you know it, they know it, so most likely the separation, you know, which most of you, you know, have been banking on, it's showing someone from the past is coming back. Okay, so maybe that's, yeah, why you're not attracting someone new, because this person is still very much there, even if they haven't been there in a physical sense. Okay, the question is this person going to be there for good, or is this going to end or complete a cycle, right? You know, there could be different situations coming through. However, it is positive if, you know, if they're coming back just to reconcile, for some closure, for something, a cycle to end, that is still positive, because that's going to help you move on, right? So one more card for my Sagittarians. Deception. Okay. So through the signs, this card is coming out a lot. And granted, yeah, like, there's 44 cards in the deck, and I've pulled quite a few, but deception. So I'm getting that you don't want to show each other your pain, is what I'm getting with this card. And if you don't want to show each other your true self, your heart, it's not going to work, right? And it can't just be one person, it has to be both. And sometimes when, like, okay, you know, it's like, and I'm getting the sense of, like, okay, someone does something to you and then you, like, mirror that energy back, or you do the same thing, you know, kind of like in a childlike way, like, oh, well, this person said this to me, so I'm going to say it back to them, kind of thing. So it could get into that energy with you too, where it's like one of you does something and the other one, like, tries to retaliate in a sense, and it's because it's like you don't want to show then your truth. And Sagittarius is a very truthful, honest sign, but however, when it comes to, like, matters of the heart, it's not that you're not being honest, it just might be like, you know, you're putting up that wall again. So if you do have those walls around your heart, it's not just blocking these new romantic prospects, it's also blocking this person that you're wanting, you know, to come back in for whatever reason. Again, whether it's to, you know, close, you know, the door and, you know, have that closure and peaceful ending and conclusion, ending the cycle, or it's, you know, to have a deeper commitment with them. Because most likely you have passion with this person. And I'm getting passion on purpose. Passion on purpose. Okay. So a Lover's Oracle card. So 1 or 2 for Sagittarius. One more. Okay. So 3 came out, but I'm going to take them. So very interesting. So we have trust and forgiveness. And in the middle, it says the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So it's pretty much saying that whatever has happened with this person, it's like you kind of have to let go and see the new path ahead of you. So is the new path with this person, or is it with someone else? Either way, you need to let go of what doesn't serve you and what's not from a place of love for you to move on. And you need to do that with forgiveness and trust. So forgiveness, stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So again, like, you got forgiving and learning and forgiveness. When I do readings and in different card decks, the same kind of message or word comes out multiple times, that's something for you to know. Forgiveness is key. So you need to kind of forgive them to be able to move forward, whether it's with them or someone else. You know, and I always say forgiveness isn't for the other person, it's for you, right? trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So you need to trust that whatever is going to happen is for your greatest good, whether it's this person or someone else. But you do need to trust, and it's like, and I'm getting, you got this. So with it's safe for you to love, regardless of what's happening, you know, you're strong, you're fierce, you're a warrior. And I'm getting something about you don't need to tell anyone your business. I don't know why that's coming through. And that might not be for many of you. It's just something that kind of came through, so I'm just going to take it. Because I know it was a different message from where I was going. But yeah, with the trust, it's like, if you're open and honest, it might encourage the other person to be open and honest. And if they're not, then, you know, at least you did your part. But it looks like they're maybe ready to open up to this energy, because look at the difference between over here being in this darkness, looking away from the light, and look how full of light this card is. So, okay, so let's move on to the angel answers. Okay, so what other messages to kind of give clarity for Sagittarius? Improving health. Okay, so as you forgive, as you trust, you are proving your health and wellness, because your health doesn't just physical, it's mental, emotional, spiritual. And I'm getting that you have some clogged energy. So there, again, you might need to do some clearing. And one thing that could very well clear your energy is for the forgiveness and kind of letting go of what doesn't serve you. Okay. Another message, please. It's up to you. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you, I think it's up to you what you want to do with this person. And also maybe like you might dictate what happens with the energies, because like I'm getting something you have, like you or they have a lot riding on it, or maybe I'm getting something that's about to get real. So maybe they could be like, maybe they're ready to make a not real offer, and that's why you're getting this engagement, because you're like, whoa, like, but it's like up to you what you want to do with it. And some of that could even be like how you take it, like your attitude, like even like your first contact, like, and I'm being drawn to how she's like pointing at, yes, you. And so some of you might be stunned, like, you know, hearing this, maybe even if you wanted this and or thought about it and maybe you're not really certain, and you're like, are you sure? And it's like she's pointing at you like, yeah. And again, if this situation doesn't resonate for you, but if it does, it's showing a chance of that happening. And it doesn't always have to be like, even though I gave this video like from now to a month from now, things could always change, because we do have free will, right? So with card readings, you know, you don't want to just put, you know, say it's set in stone, because it's not, right? You know, things could change between now and then, because like if you decide to shift your energy, for instance, if you decide to forgive and, you know, clear your energy and to be in a more loving place, you know, things could speed up, or then things could get you on track. But if you choose to stay in a place of like hating on them, or not, you know, choosing, you know, failing to recognize that this is an opportunity for forgiveness here, I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's like really depends on certain factors. And maybe something you might not feel ready for. So maybe, you know, it could maybe take longer if you're not feeling ready and you're not willing to take these steps. Okay, yeah. And then not the right time came out. So yeah, you might feel like it's not the right time. So you might be even energetically pushing this in timeline to a later date, because you're feeling, no, it's not the right time. I just want to be me. I just want to be free. I just want to be, is what I'm getting. Okay, Oracle of the Mermaids. Yamaya, Grandmother Ocean. I just heard something about being heart-centered. Maybe it's because I'm drawn to how she's holding the baby. I'm getting something about collective wounding. So some of your wounds could even be like, it was interesting, I actually saw a meme recently where it says that, you know, when your mom was inside your grandmother's stomach, so were you, because then you were inside your mom. So you have this connection between you, your mom, and your grandma. Because this, you know, is talking about the grandmother ocean. So there might be some wounds that you are even healing relating to your mom and your grandmother. So maybe like a relationship or love or marriage they had, you know, things in their life, and it's like you're transmuting that. I'm getting that's like big, right? Okay, I'm going to pull another card because I'm getting that this might be about for me, because I'm a Sagittarius, and actually my mom and my grandma, my mom's mom, are on the other side, and so I'm feeling like they're like giving me that message. Yeah, because my son is in Sagittarius, so. And some of you could relate to that as well. It's just funny because it's like, I was getting like, oh, it was like a message of them coming through for me and like saying hi. So I'm going to pull another one because not everyone's going to necessarily relate to that message. So yeah, they're saying hi. Okay, yeah, very interesting. So energy field adjustment. What did I say about the energies, right? And it's interesting too, because remember I talked about like how it's dark here and then there's this light and there's this light over here. Look at the difference between these two cards. We have soul cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction, and all this like dark energy, but she's like trying to pull them to the light. And then we have energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. And look how bright and vibrant this card is. So it's like trying to make that shift from you feeling like you have no control and you're stuck down here, and to changing and shifting your energy and embracing your light and clearing yourself. And if you don't know how to clear yourself, like look into it, or, you know, go to someone trusted that could help you. But, you know, you do have to make a shift within. So sometimes it's no matter how we view things, you know, from a higher perspective, remember? Because if this person hurt you, you know, maybe, you know, there's a saying that's like hurt people, meaning that if they are being triggered by their own wounds and wounding, and they're living from a place of fear, and again, it's like sometimes people in our, you know, not sometimes, but people in our life, there are certain connections that are just for our lessons and soul's growth, right? But then there's other connections, you know, that could be deeper, but, you know, they could be triggering, and things are meant to come up again, right? You know, to help you heal. So you might just need to shift your perspective, be like, okay, this person probably didn't mean to hurt me, but like, you know, seeing things from their perspective of like how wires could have got across is what I'm getting. And maybe like how you both maybe had a part to play, but ultimately how you're meant to be in each other's lives for a reason, and your soul's growth, and you know how it's going to help, how it's helped you, and how it, you know, it's going to help you, whether, you know, you end up with them or not. Okay, so with the Black Moon astrology, seeing maybe what sign they are, what element they are, or if we don't get like a sign or element, kind of just maybe what the energies are. Chiron, healing. Okay, this keeps jumping out again. Like, remember I said certain cards, or did I say it in this one? But pretty much, I've been doing all these readings for all the signs, and a lot of same cards keep popping out. And again, I said to check out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, but I think, you know, a lot of collective issues are coming in here. So this is the Wounded Healer. So what do you need? Like, this person could be helping you transform and helping heal you. So what can you take away? If it's just them healing you, what can you take away from it? You know, either way, if they're going to be in your life or not, they're meant to be or not, they were meant to help you heal. So take comfort in that. Okay, so a few cards came out. I'm just going to take the first one since it's a lot. Earth element, stability. So they could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or however, it could be about maybe the energies at play. So maybe there wasn't much stability before. You know, with the symbol, I'm being drawn to like how, you know, with the fire, it's the opposite way, you know, the triangle. So it's on like firm ground. But this one's just standing, you know, on this point, right? And I was getting something about topsy-turvy, I don't know. But even though it's stable in the card, I'm getting that the energies before weren't stable. And I'm getting something about being elevated, which is interesting with this engagement card. So if there wasn't stability before, maybe there might be a more stable energy in the future, or a grounded energy. And maybe it's about you too needing to be grounded and being more present. And I'm getting, yeah. Okay. And one more. Okay, well, 2 more came out. Well, a bunch, but I'm going to take the top 2, so. We have Pluto transformation. So I think I said transformation before for Sagittarius, but. And then we have first house, the body. So the first house represents the self. So how is this person transforming you from inside out is what I'm getting. They have helped transform you into a better you, whether you realize it or not, whether it's happened or not. So it's big, right? Now, Psychic Tarot. So the next couple of weeks, how do the energies look? So we have rest and rejuvenate. So again, this, what I said with grounding, you know, look how this card, you know, he's out in nature with the trees, and nature is very nurturing, grounding, clearing. And maybe that's where you find your peace, your inner peace, and kind of let go and forgive. And then the cards that fell down were light and disruption, which is the sun and the tower. So maybe through I'm getting through these dark moments, you've been able to embrace the light and embody the light. So again, that's huge. So either you've learned how to transform and transmute that darkness into light, or you're still in the process of doing it, but it's like I'm getting the word warrior again, like being a skilled warrior, like trained, you know, and it's a warrior of light, not like a warrior like, you know, fighting someone in a war, but, and I'm getting sometimes maybe you feel like you've been in one, and maybe with this person it's felt like that. So a month out, how do things look? Fertility, Empress. So this is a feminine card in nature. However, it could be, you know, you or them, whether you're male or female. We all have a masculine side and we all have a feminine side. Yes, we, you know, all, like, we each embody more and one energy more than the other, you know, as but we do need to have a balance of the energies within. So Sagittarius is a masculine sign, being, you know, of the fire element. So for maybe you Sagittarians, it's like maybe you need to get more in your feminine energy. And also I'm getting drawn to, like, with, like, you know, these trees, branches, you know, being grounded again. So you might need to ground your energy, get more in your feminine energy as opposed to your masculine. You know, maybe you could be too tough sometimes. And sometimes maybe that could be with, like, words, because again, like, Sagittarius is very honest, you know, to the point of sometimes being blunt. Okay, so what's something I'm getting? What do you need to work on? Interesting. Okay, this card keeps coming out a lot too for people. The deception and envy, and then financial and material changes. That one keeps coming out too for people. Whoa, and it's interesting because I just got a little dizzy, so I don't know why that's coming in. I don't know, some of you might feel like your head is spinning, I don't know if it's by the situation or will feel that way in the future. Okay. But I'm going to keep going. Oh, I'm being drawn to the rings right now, which I haven't in the other readings. And I'm getting something, are you mine to keep? Are you theirs to keep? So there might be talks, or you might be wondering how this person could factor in based on maybe your lifestyles, finances. There might be something that you're feeling like unsupported in this connection, and that's why you don't know if it would actually work out. And again, remember the deception card. Again, this, that card, these both two cards on deception are coming out for a lot of piles. If, yeah, I think most of them have come out. I know the last couple of readings have done. So, and I'm getting like something, either you or them, it's like you're not ready to give it all up or give it away, or, and I'm getting like not privy to certain information. So there is like this air of mistrust. So maybe you feel like you can't count on them or rely on them, or you don't know them to be truthful. So you're kind of fearing that. What else can you tell me about this person for Sagittarius? Sacral chakra. So you need to balance your sacral chakra. This deals with desires, emotions, sexuality, and creativity. So where are you blocked from that? Oh, okay, this makes more sense now why this came out. So I'm being drawn to fertility and how her womb with the sacral chakra, and this Umaya, this grandmother ocean, because you could have, especially as if you're a woman watching this and you've stored energy in your womb space, in your sacral chakra space, and you need to let go of that hurt. You need to clear that out. Okay, so it wasn't just a message for me, but however, thank you, Mom and Grandma, because I did know that you had initially pulled that because I was getting that message. Okay, so anything else, guidance for Sagittarius, whether Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay, I like him. Oh wait, okay, this one I am gonna leave. The first one that fell out was patience and planning. So you need to have some patience. Sagittarius, being a fire signs aren't known for being the most patient. However, there could be a plan, maybe to see one another or to try to make things work in the future if you guys do decide to give it a go, but it might just be something that takes time. Things happen over time is what I'm getting. Oh, and I'm being drawn to how the card at the bottom was the patience card, the temperance, which is actually goes with Sagittarius. However, also, like I said about fire signs not being very patient. And so, yeah, we're getting patience and patience. And I'm hearing that song Patience by Guns N' Roses in my head now. Any last words for Sagittarius? Okay, stand your ground. So yeah, you want to stand in your power. You want to honor yourself, but don't be so tough that you're like, I'm getting like be drawn to like how they have, the staff, like don't hit them over the head with like a club, like being too like standing in your power. Like have a healthy balance. And I'm getting like something about like you blockhead and like, it's like you feel like you can't get through to them. Like and I'm getting like they're maybe tough or tough skin too. And it's like maybe you've met your match in the sense that you're both could sometimes be like hard-headed is what I'm getting. So even if you took this step and you felt like even if you knocked them on the head, even if lightly, I'm getting in a joke, like a cartoon way, not like a physical violence way. But it's like you wouldn't even hurt them because I'm getting like it would be like, oh, you knocked there, and it's like again that hard-headed thing. So maybe you both have issues like communicating with one another. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more. Okay. Perfect reading, way to end it. Patience. And I'm getting something about if they're your joy, their joy, I don't know, but it's like if they are your joy, then have patience. Okay, so if you liked this reading, if this reading resonated, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And as I also do have other videos as well. So I just started doing the sign readings, but I also have ones for light workers and twin flames, if that you connect to that. And I also do pick a card readings as well. So thank you all for watching.